Hi, everybody. This is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Yvonne Muldoon, Director of Sales for Europe and North America, and Aer Lingus. We're going to talk about new flights, especially from Las Vegas, and about their service and everything else about Aer Lingus. And if you don't know who they are, we're going to teach you here on Insider Travel Report. Yvonne, thank you for being with us.
It's great to be here, Alan, and thank you for inviting us to speak with you today.
Let's start with those who don't know about Aer Lingus. Give us a little history.
Yeah, we'd love to. So, for those who are not familiar with Aer Lingus, we are an Irish airline and we have been flying for about 88 years. Some of your viewers may recognize that iconic Irish green shamrock that proudly sits on our tail fin. We had a refresh logo back a number of years ago, and whilst it still looks quite similar to the original version, you'll see a little tilt of the shamrock, which symbolizes how much we're a dynamic airline. We're a progressive airline, but we're still keeping the shamrock very close to our heart. So within the shamrock, you see that heart-shaped leaves, and that reflects the warmth and the hospitality of the Irish people, but also what customers can expect when they come on board. So
Oh,
that's who we are.
the new news is Las Vegas. Tell us about this, please.
Yeah, so we're delighted that a number of weeks ago we successfully launched a brand new service from Las Vegas into Dublin, Ireland, and this route it was a highly anticipated route that we were looking at for quite a while actually. And it's no surprise because we would generally see close to 55,000 Irish flock to Las Vegas every year. I suppose to experience that uniqueness of what Las Vegas has to offer. The service launched a few weeks ago. It operates 3 times a week until the 29th of April, which takes in Easter next year. So, still plenty of time to be able to fly from Las Vegas into Dublin. And the beauty really is that you can, once you come into Dublin, it's a hub. So Dublin is close. I think it's number 5 now as the fifth largest hub in Europe, which is a fantastic offering. So we are strategically placed geographically in the closest landmass to United States, but it gives us accessibility to Europe through our Dublin hub. So for any of our customers that are flying, say on the Las Vegas service, Dublin may be their destination, and if it is, we absolutely welcome them on board and into the island of Ireland. But actually, what we're seeing is a huge percentage of customers that are leaving on the new Las Vegas flight are actually traveling on to Europe. And we've got connectivity to over 20 destinations when you fly through Dublin. So it's a really quite a unique experience. You can travel to Dublin. You can potentially look at Paris, London, Amsterdam, Barcelona, Berlin, just to mention a few. So it's been really popular since we launched a number of weeks back. I got to fly in the inaugural service, which was amazing. It's amazing to be part of such an iconic day. And as we took off on that flight, we were able to look down onto the Las Vegas Strip, and Aer Lingus had activated a really cool initiative, which was branding the Sphere just off the Vegas Strip with Aer Lingus branding. So the aircraft pretty much did that wrap of the Las Vegas Sphere. So that was pretty exciting to witness that upon takeoff.
But the other great thing is, and I experienced this in Dublin, is when you go through with your passport, you're now done for the United States. Talk about that, please.
It's an amazing facility that we have in Dublin, and we also have it in Shannon Airport over on the west coast as well. But for any customers flying in on any of our transatlantic services, when they come into Dublin, then there's a full US customs and pre-clearance facility here in Dublin. So you do all your paperwork. So when you're returning back to the United States, you have done all your paperwork in advance. It means that when you land in the United States, then you're landing as a domestic customer. So you bypass all the queues, and you are coming through the domestic lane. So you can pick up your bag and be curbside like in a matter of minutes. So it's a massive differentiator for Ireland. We've got a very strong relationship. Obviously, the our relationship between Ireland and the US goes back many, many years. So being able to have this facility here in Ireland is a major advantage for customers returning back to the United States, and both for leisure but for business as well. So Ireland has over 800 US multinational companies here in Ireland. So from tech to pharma, financial services, we've got a very low corporation tax, English speaking, and a lot of the big US companies that you would be familiar with have their EMEA headquarters here in Ireland. So there's quite a significant amount of connectivity between United States and Ireland, purely for leisure and for business. And I suppose that's year round. So it's not just the summer season, which tends to be quite popular with families. But when you think about the connectivity, it's really connecting our two countries. It's driving foreign direct investment. Uh, it's providing that connectivity year round, so business can be done, and that it's a seamless opportunity for companies that are doing business in Ireland, and also for Irish companies that are based in the United States. So I think close to 100,000 people are employed in the United States, which are Irish companies that have their base there. And we'd work very closely with IDA and Enterprise Ireland, the American Chamber of Commerce, all the various different organizations, really to work hand in glove with them to understand where the demand is, both from a business community point of view, and also some of the really fun destinations such as Las Vegas.
But you mentioned that there was a large number of Irish visiting Las Vegas, because I was going to say, why Las Vegas, and how does Aer Lingus identify and prioritize key markets or routes for growth? So how, and also, as you have new planes coming in, you have identified other places to service. So let's just talk about that for a moment, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, we're up to 24 transatlantic services now, including our Manchester departures. And really, our network planning team will always look for opportunities. And what they will do is look at supply and demand. So, where is there demand? Where are we seeing, traffic or as we call it, passengers that are connecting through maybe one or two hubs to get to a destination. So you're always looking at that, the traffic, the point-to-point traffic demand. How much, is there any other carriers that are serving that demand? In some cases, possibly not. It can be due to aircraft type or just the strategy of that particular airline. But we're always looking for opportunities where we see demand, we see traffic spill over other gateways, and that we see that there's a robust business plan in place that will serve both the business class cabin and the economy class cabin. And in some cases, you may have it for a shorter season. So Las Vegas being a prime example, it's winter sun. And we knew there was massive demand from the statistics that we got from the Las Vegas Tourist Board, from our own route analysis, where there was a lot of, say, Europeans that were going through secondary airports to try to get to Las Vegas. So we knew it was an opportunity that we wanted to explore. And certainly the numbers that we're seeing currently certainly stack up to that decision. So it's been a really strong seller, and it'll operate for winter sun. But there's always other opportunities as well. So there is other destinations that we announced recently. So we will launch Indianapolis. Indianapolis then will be launched next May. So that's the 3rd of May. It'll operate 4 times a week. Indianapolis, again, why decide to choose that destination? It's home to Indianapolis 500, like the largest single sporting event. And there's over 500 national and international events. So again, it was an unserved market from Europe. So it's not just the the point to point, from Indianapolis into Dublin, but it's connecting onwards to Europe, and it's the only direct service. So it's giving an opportunity for us to look at, I suppose, routes that don't have decent connectivity, direct service into Europe. And I think just based on where, again, we're geographically based, we're the first bit of landmass, we're our nearest neighbor, from North America to Ireland. It just gives the opportunity. We have the range, and especially with our new XLR aircraft. So that is our next generation Airbus aircraft, that they are a narrow body, they're more fuel efficient, they're longer range. And they're allowing us now to tap into some of these markets that traditionally, Alan, we probably wouldn't have operated with an Airbus A330-300, which is obviously our wide body, larger aircraft. So that's giving us some great opportunity to look at some new routes the with the support of this new next generation XLR aircraft. And Nashville is another example. So Nashville will actually start before Indianapolis, and that's going to be launching on the 12th of April, 4 times a week. So great connections again between the Irish and American country music. I think the roots will certainly run quite deep, and it's an amazing place, obviously, to visit. It's fast growing in fashion, finance, healthcare, automotive. There's so many opportunities, both from a leisure perspective, but also for the business market as well. So I hope that gives a flavor of our continuous transformation of being an airline of choice across the Atlantic. And whilst we're an Irish airline, we are owned by IAG, which is one of the largest aviation groups. And our sister airlines you'll be familiar with, which is British Airways and Iberia and Vueling. So we're part of a bigger family as such. However, in terms of Aer Lingus, we're very much we have our own identity. We're very proud to be part of IAG, but also very proud of our Irish heritage. And certainly a lot of our customers love to see that shamrock on the tail.
So you talked about ways that you differentiate from other airlines, and certainly the looking for what cities to serve, the new planes. What are the other differentiators for Aer Lingus?
Yeah, no, it's a really good question, and something that we're really proud is that we're a Skytrax 4-star airline. So what that means is basically it's a massive survey that is done. It's like the Michelin star of aviation. So receiving that 4-star offering is extremely important to us, because it demonstrates our continuous investment in our product. So not only our assets, which are our aircraft that we spoke about, but continuous investment in the customer proposition. So what that means is looking on board. So in the business class cabin, we have our lie flat seats. We have in-flight entertainment, lovely duvets and pillows and gourmet food on board. So it's a really, really quite a special offering on board, both from a product perspective, but our cabin crew are the best in the business, and they are our differentiator 100%. So aircraft looks great, operates efficiently, food on board and general product offering is exceptional. But the secret sauce that we would always say is our staff, is our people. And our cabin crew go above and beyond every single day. And our motto is always been to make every single journey count. And once our customers come on board, we always want them to feel like they're receiving, a very warm welcome on board. So I would say clearly, product is pretty exceptional, but it's the warmth of our people, I think, that always sets us apart from the competition.
I was privileged to be able to fly coach and business class, and I got to tell you, not to dissuade people from going and upgrading, they're both very good. And but are you trying to attract the luxury traveler? And if so, what's your strategy?
Yeah, we certainly have a profile of both the business corporate community that would fly up the front of the aircraft for business purposes on a regular basis. But you would also see a huge amount of support and demand from the luxury traveler. So people that are using that opportunity, it could be a trip of a lifetime, or there's certainly that price point that attracts everybody to the business class cabin. And there's always some great offers out there. And typically, beyond even the luxury traveler that maybe has the accessibility to that disposable income to purchase a business class ticket, but certainly for various different times when the corporate market, as in business customers that are not traveling close to the holidays, like this week for Thanksgiving, there's always some great offers out there where there's seats that are accessible to the leisure customer that maybe wants to experience business class for the first time, or treat themselves.
And anything else about Aer Lingus that you want them to know?
I think the key message always is that we value the custom in the North American market, and we'd always want to be considered as the airline of choice across Europe. And I think again, our crew and our people are the secret sauce beyond our product. So we certainly look forward to having a massive Céad Míle Fáilte to all of our customers that want to explore Europe on an Aer Lingus aircraft over the next coming months.
Well, I thank you for talking to us. I thank you for hosting me, and I wish you the best of luck.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.